From the patient files of Dr. Hugo Strange, director of Arkham Asylum. Patient Harvey Dent, also known as Two-Face. The patient suffers from dissociative identity disorder and obsessive-compulsive disorder. So, Mr. Dent, Mr. Two-Face, to whom am I currently speaking?
Looks like it's me, Doc.
Ah, Two-Face, is it?
Yep.
I see Dr. Arkham tried numerous ways to wean you off your dependency on that coin. Like, for example, taking it away. And as expected, didn't go so well.
Well, that guy never knew what he was doing. Is it really true that the Scarecrow bumped him off?
Well, Mr. Crane was involved, at the very least.
Good on you, Johnny boy.
I take it you didn't like Dr. Arkham very much?
See, I knew the guy long before any of these other kooks. Back when we were district attorney, me and Arv used to socialize with the guy. Us, Mayor Hill, and Dr. Arkham used to play golf together. It was almost as bad at that as he was at psychoanalyzing people. He was a weak-spined maggot. Never liked him. Well, I never liked him anyway. I don't know about Harvey. Wouldn't surprise me if they got along. Birds of a feather stick together, after all.
I see. Instead of focusing on your coin, I would like to go back to the beginning, to when all of this started. To when you were formed, Mr. Two-Face. I would like to talk about your father, Christopher Dent.
Our old man, huh?
I have files on what happened, but I would like to hear it from you. So, what did you think of your father?
What did I think of my father? Well, he was a great man. I loved him dearly. Despite our mother dying when we were so young, he still managed to offer us a good childhood. It's very admirable, don't you think?
Sure.
Him being a judge and all, he was of course very busy. A very busy man. Yet he always had time for us. Never neglected us.
You could say that.
What? Are you insinuating something?
No. Go on, Mr. Dent.
Well, I remember he always took us to the movies and bought us toys.
Excuse me, Mr. Dent, but you keep saying us. Was Two-Face already around at this point? Just when exactly did he first appear?
When we were 6 years old, I think. It's a bit difficult remembering your youngest years, but around that time, 6 to 7 years old.
I see. So you are of the opinion that your father was a good man? Kind?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I be? He was kind, and well respected by everyone.
I see. And what about Two-Face? What does he think about your father? Could you flip your little coin so I could talk to him? Mr. Two-Face?
No, it's still me, Doctor.
Alright. Well, couldn't you flip your coin again?
Sorry, Doctor. It doesn't work that way. I've already flipped.
I see.
Unless you ask a new question, a completely unrelated question, then I could flip it again.
Oh, alright. What is your favorite color?
It has to be a real question, Doctor, not some silly nonsense.
Fine. What do you think about Batman?
He's a naive idiot and a coward, just like Harv.
Ah, Mr. Two-Face, very good. Now that I have you here, I want your opinion on something. Your father. I already asked this question, so you don't have to flip your coin, right? You don't flip twice for the same thing.
That's right, Doc. My dear old dad, huh? I take it Harv already answered?
He did, and he gave me a very puzzling reply. One that does not match your files at all.
Yeah, his memory is a little unreliable on that point. Let me guess. He gave a heartwarming speech about how gentle and noble our daddy was.
Pretty much, yes.
Now you want the truth. You want to hear me confirm what's in that file of yours.
Yes. Well, it is true, isn't it?
Every little bit of it. And then some. Oh sure, what Harvey says is true as well. Half the time. When our dad was sober, he was a saint. But when he took to the bottle, he turned into a devil. We were lucky if we just got the old belt. When he was feeling especially festive, he played Babe Ruth with his Louisville Slugger. On our stomach. Couldn't use our head after all. He had to make sure it wasn't visible. Despite being soused out of his mind, he was still pretty clever.
Did he sexually abuse you?
It's always about sex with you shrinks, ain't it? No, none of that. We were at least spared that.
I see. And Harvey knows nothing about all this.
He doesn't. No, only I do.
I see. So all of those memories, all of those incredibly painful memories, were transferred over to you, and only you.
It's what I was created for. Created to carry the entire burden, so that poor little Harvey didn't have to suffer. His confused little mind created me to protect and shelter him.
You dislike him greatly, don't you?
Well, like I said, he got the sweet end of the deal, while I got majorly fucked. Made to suffer, literally. Now, is that fair?
Maybe not. And that's why you've come to feel so much hatred. Why you hate criminals excessively. Why you hate Batman. Why you hate Dr. Arkham. And you probably hate me as well, even though we've just met. You hate everyone and everything, because you've been alone with all this pain all your life.
That your analysis, Doc?
But deep down, you love Harvey, don't you?
What? Don't make me sick, Doc.
Come now, Mr. Two-Face. If you didn't love him, why would you protect him?
I didn't exactly have a choice.
You could tell him everything, or maybe even show it in his head. Show him the terrible truth, the half he has no memory of. Grant him that memory. I'm sure there's some way you could make him aware. But you don't. You allow him to live on in ignorance, blissfully unaware of his father's ugly side. You don't want him to know. It would be too painful for him. Despite all your taunts and insults, you still protect him. You love him.
If I wasn't strapped to this chair, I would press those ugly spectacles of yours right into your brain.
Stop being so childish, Mr. Two-Face. The first step in healing is acceptance, and accept you will. We have a lot of work to do, but at the end of it, the two of you will be at peace with each other. Finally. This I promise.
Good luck, Doc.